George Harrison, once a driving force in the cultural storm that was the Beatles, truly came into his own after the band dissolved. Free from the towering shadows of John Lennon and Paul McCartney, he was finally able to let his artistry breathe. What emerged was a musician of rare introspection, weaving melody with spiritual depth and a quiet, unmistakable voice that reflected his inner world. Paul Simon, on the other hand, was the heart and architect of Simon and Garfunkel, the duo that gave the 1960s its poetic pulse. His finely crafted lyrics, rooted in human emotion and urban melancholy, defined an era. But like Harrison, Simon eventually moved beyond the group that made him a star, seeking creative independence that would allow his songwriting to evolve on its own terms. This shared experience, stepping away from the machine of fame to rediscover the artist within, became a bond between them. Over time, a genuine friendship blossomed, grounded in mutual admiration. Simon respected Harrison not just as a musician, but as a man of calm clarity amid the whirlwind of celebrity. Harrison, often private and reluctant to bask in attention, recognized in Simon a similar spirit, someone who lived for the craft, not the crowd. Their worlds converged publicly in 1976, when Harrison, who had long avoided television appearances, agreed to join Simon on Saturday Night Live. Simon, serving that night as both host and performer, persuaded his friend to duet on "Here Comes the Sun." It was a union few expected, but many cherished, a bridge between two musical legacies that had shaped a generation. When the episode aired on November 20th, 1976, Simon ran through a handful of his classics. Still Crazy After All These Years, 50 Ways to Leave, Your Lover, and Bridge Over Troubled Water. Yet the moment everyone remembers came when he and Harrison sat side by side, guitars in hand, their voices blending seamlessly on Here Comes the Sun. The performance radiated warmth and sincerity, two artists from different worlds meeting in effortless harmony. They followed it with Simon's Homeward Bound, a tender exchange that revealed their shared reverence for melody and meaning. The magic of that performance left fans longing for a full collaboration, though it never came to pass. Still, that evening marked the beginning of a lifelong friendship built on quiet respect and musical empathy. When Harrison passed away on November 29, 2001, Simon spoke with deep affection about their time together. He described their SNL performance as easy and unforced, a meeting of equals where sound and soul aligned. Simon reflected that playing alongside Harrison had made him realize just how essential George's subtle genius was to the Beatles, how his grace and restraint elevated everyone around him without ever demanding the spotlight. Years later, during a 2014 appearance on Conan, Simon again remembered Harrison with warmth. He described him as a rare kind of man, brave, reflective, endlessly curious about life. Though the world immortalized Harrison as a Beatle, Simon believed that was only a fragment of who he truly was. The rest, he said, was a seeker, someone captivated by philosophy, laughter, and the quiet joy of strumming a melody on a sunny afternoon. Simon also fondly recalled how Harrison adored the ukulele. Whenever they spent time together, George would hand him one, and soon the two would be playing and singing, lost in the simplicity of the moment. Their shared musical roots, jukeboxes filled with the same old songs, bound them like brothers divided only by geography. Their duet on Saturday Night Live still endures as a luminous testament to friendship and artistry. Two legends meeting in perfect harmony, their music momentarily dissolving the boundaries between them and the world.